There are stars we see not because they are bright, but because they were. Light is slow and the cosmos is vast, so when we gaze at the sky, we look into a graveyard of ancient fire. Most of the lights above us are ghosts. But what if one of those ghosts isn't a memory of a star that lived, but a mistake in the fabric of reality itself? In the year 2141, a deep space observatory called Arcanos Array, stationed beyond the orbit of Neptune, detected a light that defied every known rule of astrophysics. It was a single, pulsing beacon located far beyond any known galactic cluster. The coordinates pointed to a region designated as NGC-ZR9, a void so empty that it was used as a baseline for darkness. No gravitational lensing, no background radiation, just vacuum. Except now, there was light, a light that blinked in prime numbers. A light that remained constant no matter the angle of observation. At first, researchers thought it was a sensor malfunction. But as they rechecked the data, more observatories across the solar system confirmed the same readings. A star had appeared in a region that should not host matter. And not just any star, it behaved unlike any known class. Its light was not composed of photons. Spectral analysis failed. The radiation emitted did not follow any electromagnetic curve. It seemed to bypass space entirely. Instruments in different locations received the same signal at the same instant, which was impossible. The laws of relativity prohibit such simultaneity. But here, simultaneity was the rule. Then came the next anomaly. The star had no mass, no gravity. Probes sent toward it reported no increase in acceleration. It was not there in the physical sense. It existed as light only. It shined without burning. It emitted without being. Scientists across disciplines broke into factions. Some argued it was a multidimensional fold light leaking in from another universe. Others claimed it was a quantum mirage, a reflection of something in the future or past. A few proposed it was not light at all, but attention. That what we saw was the universe noticing itself through us. As data poured in, one truth became clear. The star was not natural. Not even in the way black holes or dark matter are natural. This star was authored. It followed a rhythm, a logic. Its blinking pattern began to change, subtly aligning itself with Earth's orbital parameters. Then it shifted again, matching the Fibonacci sequence. A week later, it pulsed to match the heart rate of a human at rest. It was watching us or responding. Then came the dreams. Astronomers who stared too long at the signal began to report identical visions. A corridor of mirrors, each reflecting a starless sky. A room filled with clocks, all ticking backward. A voice that said, without sound, "This light is memory." People began to report strange experiences even outside the scientific community. Migraines that occurred only when the star pulsed. Static patterns on radios matching the blinking intervals. Animals behaving erratically during the peak intensities. Religious groups called it the Eye of Origin. Some believed it was God's final beacon, others thought it was a test. Governments tried to suppress the data, but the light could be seen by anyone with a basic telescope. There was no hiding it. Then came the moment that changed everything. A small satellite orbiting Mars, unrelated to the mission, captured an impossible image. It showed the star into places at once, not a duplicate, not a reflection. The same exact signal perfectly mirrored in space. When one pulsed, the other followed simultaneously across billions of kilometers. Triangulation efforts proved futile. The more they tried to measure it, the less consistent the results became. The star's location shifted depending on who was observing it, not metaphorically, literally, the uncertainty principle on a cosmic scale. And still, it blinked. Prime numbers, heartbeats, Fibonacci, then, suddenly, Morse code. It spelled one word over and over, return. But return where? To what linguists and mathematicians raced to decode the meaning. Return could mean back in time, back to the source, back to ourselves. Some speculated it was a call to reverse the trajectory of human civilization. Others believed it was a warning that something had been opened. Something that was meant to remain in darkness over time, patterns began to emerge. Those who studied the star closely began to change. Subtle at first improved memory, bursts of creativity, emotional depth. But then came the fractures. People began speaking in unknown dialects, writing equations that no one had taught them. Some experienced time loops, remembering conversations before they happened. A group of children in Greenland simultaneously recited the star S pulse intervals without ever having seen it. Something was leaking. Not radiation, not energy, something deeper. A truth we were not ready for. Theoretical physicists began calling it an ontological intrusion. The star wasn't from our universe. It was never born. It was never ignited. It was a flaw, a crack, a hole through which light from another logic system was bleeding in. And that light was sentient, not alive in the way we understand biology, but aware. The star was not shining, it was seeing, and through it, something else was watching. Some wanted to destroy the observatories, others built temples. Humanity split into those who feared the light and those who welcomed it. Then the star vanished, not slowly, not with a fade. One instant it blinked, the next gone, no trace. No echo, the universe swallowed it like it had never been. Instruments fell silent, the dream stopped. People wept as if mourning something they had never known. But something stayed, a resonance in the mind, a pattern in the soul, a memory of light that never burned, of a presence that never arrived, of a message that had no sender. The star that wasn't had taught us that existence is not the only truth. That reality has exceptions, that the universe is not a machine, but a mind. And sometimes minds imagine things into being. Even stars, even light, even memory itself.